Hi, and welcome to the third in the series of basic components of a synthesizer. Today we are looking at this section, the filter section. A filter is basically an EQ. Controls the tone via the cutoff dial. You have three types of EQ: low, high, and bandpass mode. So there's actually four, as we'll see in a second. And there's another control we're going to look at today, the resonance control, which gives it a fizziness. So in our PowerPoint around the components of synthesizer, this is a section, VCFs, voltage controlled filters. I'll let you read through that. This is a description of the types of filters. We'll look at this happening in Logic in just a second, but you have low pass filters, low frequencies pass through, and high frequencies are blocked off. High pass filters, high frequencies pass through, low frequencies are blocked off. A band pass filter has a band or range of frequencies which are allowed through and other frequencies are blocked off, and a notch filter where everything passes through except for those in the notch which are cut out. So if we look at this in Logic, I'm just going to bring up our EQ, and I've got a very irritating file here. As we play it, well, make sure I've got the analyzer on so I can see the frequency range. And this here is basically our low pass filter. So the high frequencies, that's like a volume knob. The volume is being reduced there. And as I open it up, it's brighter. As I take those high frequencies out, the sound gets duller and less articulated. At this end, you have the high pass filter. So the low frequencies are being cut out. The high frequencies are being allowed through. And you can hear that these are like effects you'll hear in production music where they run something called a filter sweep and let those frequencies, adjust those frequencies. A similar thing for guitar players is a wah pedal. This would be an example of a notch filter where the low frequencies are reduced, the high frequencies are reduced, and a range of frequencies allowed to pass through. Sorry, that is the band pass filter. The notch filter is the opposite one, where a range of frequencies are reduced. So this is the EQ, which you get by clicking on the section that says EQ on your relevant channel. It is a parametric, full parametric EQ, because for every component of the every band, you can control which frequency you are adjusting. You can control whether you are turning it up or turning it down. And the last thing you can control, and this is what makes it a full parametric, is the range of frequencies around the central frequency that are affected. And that is called the Q control, and only a full parametric has the Q control. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at the retro synth here. And the retro synth has a really great graphic filter section for us. And here's my cutoff control. So at this moment, the low frequencies are passing through. This is like a volume. So any frequency above this point, the volume is being turned down. Drag it. And you'll also see that here you can actually select what type of filter you want to apply. So all of the LPs are low pass filters. These numbers, 6 dB, 12 dB, 18, 24, refer to how steeply the volume is turned down from the crossover point or the cutoff point. A band pass filter, as we looked in the other diagram, low frequencies are cut, high frequencies are cut, but the band is allowed through. Similarly, a high pass frequency, low frequencies are cut, high frequencies pass through. Okay, so I'm going to go back to a standard low pass filter. If it doesn't have that control in it, then there is no, it is just a low pass filter. And the second control we're going to look at now is the resonance control. And the resonance basically creates a notch at the cutoff frequency and gives that sound a little bit of an edge. You can hear almost like that bird chirping sound when the cutoff frequency is higher, and I'm really boosting that frequency. I'm getting that high squealy sound, but it can be really effective more down this end. Like a laser gun effect on that sound now. So they're the two controls. And what we want you to do now is just start to have a look at other possible synthesizers in the Logic army and see if you can find the filter section. The ESM, the monophonic synth, also has a very basic cutoff and resonance section here. And it also has this control, which sometimes you see in filters, which is a velocity controller that says the filter will only act after the note is hit at a certain velocity. So that's a control you may see in certain filters. Polyphonic synth, again, though they all kind of look the same. This is to do with the steepness of the curve, the 6 dB, 24 dB style of reduction that you'll see with your cutoff frequency. And then if we get to some of our more complicated synths, again, a bigger filter section, cutoff, resonance, these numbers referring to the steepness of the curve, and then there are a couple of more controls around here, which we're not going to discuss for this tutorial. So that's filter section of synthesizers. We've got 2 more sections to cover in later tutorials. Thanks for watching.